foundation of the bill was torn apart.
Yesterday, Parliament passed the controversial Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026, sparking intensified debate across the country. The decision has drawn mixed reactions, with lawmakers and legal practitioners weighing in on its implications and the impact it is likely to have. The Uganda Law Society has raised serious concerns, warning that the legislation could undermine democratic principles. The society argues that the public concerns were not adequately considered and questions the process through which the bill was introduced, alleging that it was presented through a committee report in a manner that bypassed established parliamentary procedures, with the Speaker accused of overlooking due process.
But now we're also seeing a situation where the legislature, the parliament in itself, is not independent. I mean, I understand the ruling party has the majority, but even then these people come there to represent the views of their people, the electorate, not the party, not the NRM party, not the people in power. So unfortunately, these people are not even listening to what the people who sent them there are saying. They are focusing on, they move away from representing the views of their electorate to the views of the party, which is completely wrong, and it is wrong for a democracy where people have trust.
Meanwhile, the Member of Parliament for Kawempe North, Elias Luimba Zinalukola, has cautioned that once enacted, the law could be used to target civil society organizations and opposition groups. He further warned that such restrictions may discourage potential investors, affecting the country's economic outlook.
It is targeting political parties, it is targeting civil society organizations, and again, it is against political influence. Yes, and there are still those vagueness and ambiguities in determining what amounts to foreign policy and who has contradicted government policy.
On the other hand, legislators from the ruling National Resistance Movement maintain that the bill is intended to safeguard Uganda's sovereignty, dismissing criticism from opposition members and other stakeholders.
Some people were perceiving it in a contradicting manner, especially close to. I wonder why people were so much afraid of the word agent. The agent, the ACC was, we all are aware, we have so many representatives here, representing various bodies and from the world over here, and some of the transactions they do, they do a lot of transactions which involves a lot of money. With this new arrangement, we are saying, can I know you, and I know who you represent, and what kind of business you're doing? If it involves money, how much money do you bring in the country, and for what purpose? Simple.
The leader of the opposition in Parliament, Joel Senyonyi, has warned that the bill will have far-reaching consequences on Uganda's politics, economy and civil liberties. He emphasized that its impact will be felt by all citizens, regardless of their political stance.
The challenge about our regime is that for them, when the target is the opposition, they will want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. They will not listen to anything else. They forget that themselves too will be affected. These fellows need to know that when it rains, we all get wet. That's the reality, which they don't see now because they're in a hurry to pass it. Maybe they were incentivized or whatever the case might be. That's the repercussion all of us are going to face, unfortunately.
Senyonyi further noted that the opposition is prepared to pursue legal avenues to challenge the legislation should it be assented to by the president.
We are engaging the other stakeholders and other folks. The option of going to court is also on the table, to say we can actually challenge, one, the constitutionality of this past bill, also procedural issues and so on. We have gotten some wins before in courts of law. The Public Order Management Act was challenged and sections of it were struck out. Recently, the Computer Misuse Act was thrown out the window by court. So we are having that option on the table as we engage to see that, no, certain things need to be challenged. So that, yes, when you lose the battle at parliamentary level because you don't have the numbers, you can take it a notch higher.
The government chief whip, however, says the government will not stand in the way of any citizen or group seeking legal redress, noting that it is within their constitutional rights to challenge the law in court.
If there are Ugandans who are discontented and they would wish to exercise their constitutional right of going to court, there is nothing I can say. I believe the chambers of the Attorney General as the principal legal advisor, would be ready to defend the position taken by government of the Republic of Uganda that has a social contract with the people of Uganda in court.
We already made it clear that should this law be pushed, we intend to challenge it. In fact, at this stage, we are calling upon the president not to even sign this bill into law, because ultimately we are still not seeing the actual, issue they intend to address. The intentions are not very clear. Where you're saying you're protecting the sovereignty of the country, other than the sovereignty of the citizens of Ugandans, which is a constitutional provision.
The Protection of Sovereignty Bill 2026 was passed by Parliament yesterday, with 292 members voting in favour, 52 against and 1 abstention. As the country awaits the president's decision, the debate surrounding the bill continues to highlight deep divisions on its implications for democracy, governance and Uganda's future. Joram Paul Sonko, NTV Tonight.
Now they have a law. They will do things, some will be unthinkable.